Greater than the screen fades in with gentle piano music. A grocery store clerk scans items in slow motion. A young woman, eyes red from tears, hesitates at the counter as she clutches a small can of baby formula. The cashier says softly, "I'm sorry, ma'am, your card was declined." The woman swallows hard, looks at her baby in the stroller, then whispers, "It's okay, I'll just return it." As she walks away, a man in a tailored suit watches from the corner aisle, frozen. His name, Ethan Cole, CFO of a billion-dollar company. He doesn't know it yet, but that moment will change his life forever. Chapter 1: The Man Who Had Everything But Nothing. Ethan Cole was the kind of man everyone admired from a distance but no one truly knew. At 38, he was the chief financial officer of one of New York's most powerful investment firms. His suits were custom, his car was German, and his penthouse had a view that could make anyone jealous. But inside, he was empty, a ghost drifting through a life built on numbers, deals, and loneliness. He had lost his wife in a car accident 3 years earlier, a tragedy that had hollowed him out. Since then, Ethan buried himself in work, chasing success as if it could replace the warmth of love. Each night, he returned home to silence, the kind that gnawed at your soul. One rainy Thursday evening, after another late board meeting, Ethan stopped at a small grocery store near his office. He wasn't sure why, he just needed to be around people for once. That's when he saw her. A young woman, probably in her late 20s, was standing at the counter. Her clothes were neat but worn, her hair tied back hastily. She was holding a can of baby formula and a small pack of diapers. When her debit card was declined, she looked down, avoiding the stares of others in line. Ethan saw her lips tremble as she whispered to the cashier to return the formula. Something inside him cracked open. Maybe it was the way she gently rocked the stroller while fighting back tears, or maybe it was because, in that moment, he saw himself, helpless in a world that never seemed to care. Without thinking, he walked up and handed his credit card to the cashier. "Put it on this," he said simply. The woman turned, startled. "No, please, I can't accept." "Ma'am," he interrupted softly, "it's just baby formula. Let me." Tears welled up in her eyes as she whispered, "Thank you." He smiled awkwardly and nodded. "No need. Take care of your little one." She left hurriedly, embarrassed yet grateful. Ethan stood there, holding her forgotten receipt, staring at the door long after she was gone. That night, he couldn't sleep. Something about her, her humility, her pain, her strength, haunted him. The next morning, he returned to the same store at the same time, hoping to see her again. And fate didn't disappoint. She was there, same aisle, same quiet eyes, buying baby food this time. He hesitated but finally approached. "Hi," he said gently, "I'm Ethan. I just wanted to make sure you and your baby are okay." The woman smiled weakly. "We're fine, really. I'm Lily, and this little one is Noah." As they talked, Ethan learned she was a single mom working 2 part-time jobs after her husband abandoned her. Rent was overdue, bills were piling up, but she refused to give up. That day, Ethan did something he hadn't done in years, he laughed. He found himself buying groceries with her, holding baby Noah for a few minutes, and realizing how small, human moments could heal what money never could. But what started as a simple act of kindness was about to change both their lives forever. Chapter 2: The Choice That Changed Everything. In the weeks that followed, Ethan and Lily crossed paths often. Sometimes he'd see her at the grocery store, sometimes she'd drop by his office cafeteria during lunch breaks. Slowly, an unlikely friendship bloomed, between a man drowning in wealth and a woman surviving on hope. Ethan offered to help her find a better job. She refused at first, proud and afraid of pity. But eventually, she accepted his help, not because she wanted his money, but because she trusted his sincerity. He pulled some strings and got her a position at the company's finance department as an assistant accountant. She was sharp, hardworking, and surprisingly good with numbers. Within weeks, she became a quiet favorite among the staff. But office gossip started to swirl. People whispered that she was too close to the CFO. Ethan tried to ignore it, but Lily felt the sting of every stare. One evening, she confronted him. "Ethan, I can't do this if people think I'm here because of you." He looked at her, hurt but understanding. "You earned this, Lily. You don't owe anyone an explanation. She sighed, tears in her eyes. Maybe not, but they'll never stop talking. That night, Ethan sat alone again, staring at the skyline. He realized he cared more for her than he ever expected. But he didn't want to ruin her life, or his career. So, he made a decision. The next day, Ethan submitted his resignation. The board was shocked, but he explained he wanted to take a break and rediscover what truly mattered. He told Lily nothing, just left a handwritten note on her desk that read, "Greater than, you once told me kindness can change the world. You were right. Thank you for reminding me how to live again." Months passed. Lily never heard from him again. She worked hard, got promoted, and finally saved enough to rent a small apartment for her and Noah. Life was better, stable, hopeful. But she still thought of Ethan sometimes, wondering if he'd found peace. Then one morning, she received an email from a law firm. It stated she'd been named a partial beneficiary of a newly formed nonprofit foundation, the Noah Fund, created to help struggling single parents afford childcare and baby essentials. At the bottom was a simple signature. Ethan Cole. Tears streamed down her face. In that moment, Lily realized, he hadn't just helped her. He had turned his pain into purpose. The final shot fades with her holding baby Noah, walking past a billboard showing, the Noah Fund, because no child should go hungry, with Ethan's small portrait beside it. A gentle narrator concludes, "Greater than, sometimes the richest hearts aren't those with the most money, but those who remember what it means to give."